Hello, welcome to this little tutorial where I'm going to show you how to make animated hands with index, grip, and thumb present. Let's go. First, open up Unity app, make a new project. I'm going to call it Real Hands Tutorial. Make sure it's really, you don't need to use the little window pipeline, but you can. So, great project. I'll just have to wait a little. Great. Open. And today I'm going to show you how to use it with the Quest controller and other controllers that use three finger presence. So thumb, index, and the other three fingers. But I'm gonna make a tutorial how to use it with the index controller when I build my Lucid Gloss. Yeah, so the first thing is to set up virtual reality. There you go in the project settings. If you don't see them, you need to go here on the other and then project settings. Then at the bottom, XR plugin management and install XR plugin management. Great. Now you can use Oculus, but I opt for OpenXR because it supports small devices. And here you click yes. This is gonna switch it to the new input system. Great. Now you see this little warning sign. You click on it and edit. Here you have an interaction profile. It's empty currently. So you click this plus, and here you got many controllers. I'm gonna choose the Oculus Touch because I have those two, but you can choose between those. If you have a Habit UI, use these, and if you have Index, use these. Microsoft, you can use these. Great. Now at the top, go into Package Manager and enable pre-release packages. And I understand. Go into Package Manager. This is on the window. Package Manager. Unity registry under packages, and then XR interaction toolkit. Now I'm gonna install, and here you click I made it backup, go ahead. Great. Now on the starter assets you click import. Nice. Now go into starter assets and on the every of these profiles click add. Now you need to go to the project settings again, edit project settings, and present manager. Now get these two, the right controller and the left controller. Here tap right and left. This is so I can know which one is which because it strangely doesn't know it. And now the thing, I make a little preview scene. 3D object plane, call it ground. Reset this position and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. This can be 1. No, 1. Great. Now we can delete the main camera and create on the XR right click or game object, right click, XR, XR origin. Oh, XR origin action based. I have these. This is all set and good. And if you start, you can see that I have two ray thingies, but you won't have. So you're gonna just download, and I'll link it in the description. I already download those and I'm gonna import them. Yeah, all these, this is for the realm, the hands from him. You don't need the animation. And yeah, quick import. You can use the animations, but we're gonna do them ourselves. Now the awkward sounds, go into the prefabs. You see they're pink. This is because we don't use the universal render pipeline. So you can material, this, and from hidden internal error shader, gonna change it to standard. And I'm gonna change the color. You don't need to do this, but they look a little bit more human. Now they're still pink, but it needs to update. It's okay. The right controller will drag under the right controller, and the left controller and the left controller. This is a bit tricky. We copy with Control V the right controller, call it the left controller, drag it under left model, copy this component, and paste it in here, and delete the left controller. Now, when we zoom a little bit, we can see we have two controllers. As now, the left controller is currently flipped. For this, I'm going to change this. You need to go in scale X and change it to -1 instead of 1. Now you have these hands. I'm gonna disable the ground quickly so we have a better look. And we want to do an animation. For this, you go into animation window. It's on a window, animation. That's one. You need to select the left or right hand. I'm gonna select the left hand and create animation clip. Call this close. And before we do anything, I quickly make that the thumb is a thumbs up. So Alt and left click, and have all the settings open. Now I search for thumb and make it that rotated, rotate to E, that it looks about right like a thumb. That's good. Now here, animation tab, we go all the way to 1 here and click this little record button. Now we need to change the value, the rotation of the fingers, so it makes it that looks about right. Now unrecord and press play. This looks good, I think. Good. Okay. This is a good animation. I'm gonna keep it. Now on the left and the right, you can set it to true again and copy the component because I'm gonna change it to the left hand. It's a bit confusing, but I'm just not it. And on the prefabs, we can delete both of them and make a new prefab of the left. Yeah, I'm not really smart. Now I have to do it again and paste it. Okay. Great. This looks good. And they all use the same components. Now we need to do a script folder. And okay, now you have done your animation. It's time for some scripts. So I'm gonna create a new C# script and name this hand. I can decide now if I want to put it on the controller or on the actual hand. I'm gonna think I put it on the controller. So first of all, you need to type using Unity engine dot xr dot interaction dot toolkit. This is for some interaction stuff like inputs. So I'm gonna need a public action-based controller, and this controller. And I need a public input action property, and this will be my thumb. So here we're gonna make a new function called inputs. And here we're gonna make, first of all, we need some values. So we got our float, this is our target trigger, and to float our target group and the target pump, but that we need not yet. In the here, I forgot to do something simple. We're gonna need here, because we named this to hand. And here we see this. This is shit, and we need to change this. First of all, we're gonna delete close and make a new layers. But before that, we're gonna need to do layer masks. With a mask. First is trigger. Second is grip. And you can do that for every controller if you don't want to wait for it to for the index controller. And we're gonna need a thumb. In the models, make sure you gotta delete the left hand because we need the right hand. And create from this model the avatar definition. Now we're going to grip, trigger avatar, go into skeleton, and import our right hand skeleton. Expand all and toggle all. If you click Alt and click on something, it clicks all of the others. So the trigger is just the index. And I have the grip. We can do exactly the same here. And this is everything else but the trigger and the thumb. Like this. So the middle, the pinky, and the ring. Now we have the thumb. Do exactly the same thing. And here we just need a thumb. Yeah. And we're gonna need a few layers. The first one is trigger. Here we have a avatar mask. We need a trigger and wait with a 2, 1. Now in here, we're gonna make a new state, empty, default state, and a new blend tree. We need also 2 parameters, trigger and grip. My dog. Now we need just some pool called we are on the trigger layer and we make here to here and back. The value, the condition is supposed to be make this to 1. And condition is the trigger is greater than 0.01. And here it's the trigger is less than 0.01. Also, uncheck this. In the blend tree, we're gonna change this to direct. And in the motion field, this is gonna be close. Make sure the parameter is trigger. And now it smoothly loops between. Show this, I think. No. Okay. Yeah. It loops between this and of starting pose. Great. Now we're gonna need a new one. This is our grip. Make the same thing. And we just need to make a new state as well. And a new blend tree. also need we have, never mind. Animator, you can go with your animation and animator, by the way. But I think you should figure that out. Now from here to here, and that grip is greater than 0.1, and grip is less 0.1. We also uncheck these. Go in here, make this direct, add a new motion field, close, and let it grip. Now we're mostly done. The only thing left is to do the thumb. And this is gonna be aftermask thumb, and wait, one. Here you're gonna need an empty state as well, but an closed state as a second. Make the condition here and here, and as condition we use a bool, thumb as a bool, and we set it here. It must be true, and here must be false. Set these two things. And later we're gonna set animation speed to 10 on each. This is so it plays a little bit faster than normal because we don't may want to do this animation when we close our hands direct. This is the one. Okay, in the update we can set target, and the input, sorry, set trigger target trigger equals controller. We can bold here, that's called pump. And we also need animator. This we can send start. Anim equals get component animator. And this is we've changed this to prompt input, so it works fine. Equals the trigger is select action value dot action dot read value. Now we have a type. This is gonna be a float. So, and the target grip is gonna be controller dot select activate action value. So it adapts to how much we actually press the button. So target trigger, target grip equals controller dot activate action value action read value float, and our thumb is gonna be from input dot. This isn't gonna work. You may think this is gonna work, but it doesn't. You need to do this thumb input dot action dot read value float. This is a little statement, and if this is bigger than 0.1, we can set thumb to true. As it's lower than that, we can set it to false. Great, now we have our input. We need to call the function in our input method. We're gonna need a new one. This is called animate. I changed. Yeah, you're gonna do anon dot set trigger. Set float of type. The easiest way is to go into Animator and just copy this. Copy and paste in here because it's a string and you need to write it correctly. And this is gonna be our trigger target. Let's float. This is gonna be a grip. And this is our grip target. And our bool. Gonna type this, let's receive this thing. And this is our great. Now we just call these animate. And now we should test it, I think. This should work theoretically. So in the Gita script, paste it in here. And we need to create this action actually. So we go back here into our samples, into action, 2.starter assets, and here, open this. And on our left hand in the action, we're gonna make a new parameter. This is called thumb touch, and we're gonna set it to mixer controller left hand because we're on the left hand, and optional controls, and you have all these buttons controls. I'm gonna tap the touchpad, and this is for your controller. For the Quest 2, I think you have a thumbstick, and it's touched. You can add for every other value that you might think should work. So primary touch, but I don't go into much detail here. You can add all those who have who control the pump, and we need to do it. Wait as well. And here you must go back to right hand because else you control both of them with the left hand, and that's a bit not good. I'm gonna save this, save asset. You can click auto save, that's better, I think. Now, you just override apply all. Great. As input action, I'm gonna just pump touched and left hand because we're on the left hand. And here it's the thumb right hand. And we're gonna need to assign a controller. Just this and just this. Great. Now we make the ground visible and let's test it and see if it works. Okay. See, it works great, but it's the animation loop. That's not good. So we're going to run the prefab, close animation, and disable this. And now we see that our buttons are actually flipped. Yeah. But everything works as intended. The only thing we need to do is go to the script, and here we need to flip those. So here we can type grip, and here we can type trigger. And now when we save and go back to our game, we can click play. And you can test it out real quick. And it works perfectly. We can even make animation between things, except for the format, of course. But everything works great. And this was actually the video, so I hope this was helpful, and you can make that it loops back when you want. I'm gonna show that real quick for you. I think that's necessary for for thumb at least. So we're going to the thumb layer, and here we're gonna check fixed duration. Now, when we go back, we should see that it moves back and doesn't snap. That looks a bit better. So that was the video. So goodbye, and please come back because I'm gonna make a video how to my experience building to Luciglove, which I'll link in the description. Not the video because it is not yet. So bye.